Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Welcome to my new home. So I'm going to do a reading for you. We're going to see what is the next big thing for you. What is the next big thing? How am I going to do that? I'm going to go into the shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck. And I'm also going to use the Murder of Crow Tarot deck. And that's how we're going to do it. So you ready? All right. Gemini. Gems. What is the next big thing for Gemini? And you know, it could be good, bad, or right, indifferent. Whatever it is, it is. It's the next big thing for Gemini. Wow, interesting. Scarecrow and the Fox flew out together. Oh, you have a gate. A spider passed the bee. Okay, the bee past, spider, and the gate is your underline. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so the next big thing for you is like, I feel like you're trying to unravel yourself from something, or unravel yourself from something, or you have been, because this is it. So the underline has this really intense feeling of trying to unravel yourself from something in the past, okay? And because you have B in the past, and the B is like due diligence, working really hard, working as part of the group, part of the hive, but that's the past, right? And this work was good though. This work was good, and doing good in a group possibly, or doing good for the group, but that's the past. And then the spider though, the spider really talks about like the things that we've entangled ourselves in, the webs that have been woven around us. Can also talk about webs that we're trying to weave around others, or things that we're trying to bring into our life. But in the context of everything on the table here, it doesn't feel like it's that. It feels like there's something from the past that you may have been involved in terms of a group endeavor. This group could be work, it could be family, it could be a group think. Could be a community, a neighborhood, a group of friends. I don't know, anything. But whatever you were doing, you were very diligent in this. Like the bee is a hard little worker. The bee doesn't ask any questions. The bee's just doing it all, right? But that's the past. And then where do you find yourself though? It's almost like, wow, I'm entangled in this. What do I do? So the gate can represent going through something new, like access and inaccess. It specifically talks about that in the book. Like the gate can be talking about access into something new, but can also talk about closing off something and protecting it. And that feels like a really strong energy in your reading. Is there something going on, or has there been something going on in a group dynamic that you are somehow involved in? And you need to protect yourself from this, because both the scarecrow and the fox talk about be aware, okay? Like I said, that the next big thing is not, it's big. It's something, it's a very prominent area of your life. You have to do your due diligence. Diplomacy is very important. Maybe this diplomacy is incredibly important in terms of unraveling yourself from something here. Something that at one point you put a lot of work in. Because if you think about that, like if the bee tries to leave the hive, how's the hive going to react? So the bee has to do it in a very diplomatic way. The fox can indicate that there's manipulation around you. Or, so here's the thing. I feel like this is an energy, the next big thing is you. You needing to be deceptive for some reason. Because you have to unravel yourself from something. You have to protect, because there's deception around you, like with the gate. Very strong energies. And the fact that they're all coming out here and the way that they are, like it's the reading. Okay, so now I'm going to leave that on the table like that. I'm going to pull out tarot. Because, well, here, I want you to, the Scarecrow, 71. The Scarecrow card represents protection, vigilance, and the need to ward off negativity or threats. It signifies the importance of creating boundaries and guarding against potential harm or deception, which I think is interesting because you have this gate card. And as I said, like this can represent going into a new area of your life. It's openings and also closing to keep things safe. This card suggests that you may need to be cautious and discerning in your interactions and decisions. It reminds you to trust your instincts and be aware of any potential risks or manipulations in your surroundings. The Scarecrow card encourages you to stay vigilant and take necessary precautions to safeguard your well-being and interests. Then let's go to the Fox. I want y'all to see. The Fox card represents cunning, deception, and slyness. It signifies the presence of manipulation, trickery, or hidden agendas in your life. It suggests the need to be cautious and watchful as someone may be trying to deceive or take advantage of you. The Fox card encourages you to trust your instincts and employ your wit and cleverness to navigate any potentially deceitful situations. Also, the Fox card is a symbol of voluptuousness, lust, and intrigue. Move forward at a leisurely pace, display diplomacy, and avoid arguments with anyone. Okay? That's your next big thing. Why though? Is it, I feel like it's got to have something to do with this, the bee and the past. So because there's some sort of group energy. You were all working together towards the same thing. But then it's like you probably discovering that maybe this isn't in your best interest, right? Like the spider and being caught up in something and needing to perhaps get out of it, but also gate it off. I've seen something here, like somebody involved in some sort, because also the spider with the web, maybe someone here is involved with, I don't know, some sort of, a group in social media, and some, like, I don't know, it could be like Facebook's the first thing that comes to mind, but there's a lot of other things too, right? Like there's Discord, and there's what's that other one with I can't remember what it's called. I don't know. You know, like you get involved in certain groups, and at the time, yeah, you were like connecting with it, but there's something weird about it. Like, why? If it's a group that's not like a family or work or business, I want to say maybe there's something occult about it. And then you realize, you know what? I feel like I need to very carefully unravel myself from this. That's it. Like, I'm wondering, why would you need to carefully unravel yourself from some sort of group dynamic that isn't family or work? Because, right, family or work, there's going to be a push against that because, well, what are you doing? You know, like there's a personal element or a financial element that comes in. But if it's something more like hobby-based, is there something that you discover that this isn't what I thought it was? I don't know. So, let's see. Be past spider gate. Be past the spider gate. To get past the spider to the gate, you need to use diplomacy. Avoid arguments. Okay? That's the big thing here. I don't want you to walk on eggshells, but really, the Hierophant's coming out with the bee. Interesting. Wow, I don't know. Maybe this is like a relationship. Part of the hive. You're trying to free yourself from something here. Look at the way these birds, their body language, the posture. Look at how, like, this Hierophant is standing here and saying, oh, listen, we've all agreed to this. And look at how this one is looking like head on, right? At this one. And this one's head is almost sunken down a little bit, like this one's accusing this one of something. Well, why would you? Why would you? Why would you unravel yourself from this? No. Yeah, that bird, it was like his face. I think it's more like the angle of his mouth and the beak. And it was just, you see that? Like angst. You agreed to something here in the past and you became a part of it. You had an obligation in this. But now, oh Lord, it's complicated. The past. Oh, the Five of Wands. There might even have been, like, maybe, okay, it was interesting. I don't know. Maybe this is something that's already, maybe like this is a past. Maybe this is a past relationship. It could be a relationship in a lot of different ways. It could be something like a marriage. It could be like something that has to do with obligations that we take on, institution. And when I say institution, it doesn't just have to be like a government institutional body, you know, the institute of well, marriage, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The institute of horseback riding, of dressage, or I don't know. But the past, this was conflict. This hive was conflict. The spider, the Eight of Cups. Oh my God, this is like trying to get out of, yes. Trying to unravel yourself from something. The Gate. Oh, the Six of Swords. Holy Mother of God. That's so interesting. Like getting through this gate, getting out of something, getting away from something. Ooh, that's an interesting underline. Okay, but right now, are you at the gate? Maybe you're, because the gate's the last card in this underline. Does that mean you're at the gate? So you're so close. Does that mean you're so close? Because it's the last one. Like this is kind of falling out in an order, right? You were the bee. This was great. You made a commitment here to something. That wasn't your past. And there's like arguments, conflict, strife. And then you're bound up in this. How do I get out of it? I don't have no emotional connection to this shit. I'm out of here. But now you're at the gate with the Six of Swords, like the universe is showing you the way through. And the way through is diplomacy, avoid arguments, avoid conflict. You put on a happy fucking smiley face. That's what you have to put on. Look at this. Like, look at him too. It's like the last thing I want to do right now is smile. But I'm going to smile. Put on your happy fucking smiley face, Gemini, through whatever this is. I don't know. Because the last thing you need to do is bring in any argument or strife. Be agreeable. That's the best way to protect yourself. So is somebody trying to, I don't know, you know, like goat you in on something? Push your button? Scarecrow. Fox. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Strength card. Okay. There's someone around you who's not doing something. They're not taking some kind of action. Or like, okay, if you need someone to do something, like let's say, I don't know, there's any number of things. There's so many things that come into my head. Okay, to get through this gate, like let's say you need someone to do something to get through this gate. Maybe you need somebody to sign something. Maybe you need someone. That's the biggest thing coming through for me. It's like maybe you need someone to sign something. You know, it's just an example. And and they're not. Somebody's not doing something here. Like this fox is not doing something. It's holding back. It's almost like intentionally trying to create some sort of confusion. The Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Two of Swords is with the Scarecrow. What are you're waiting? Are you waiting for something? This honestly feels like the next big thing for you. And it's big because it's not necessarily maybe what you would do, you know, if you didn't get any advice prior. Or because this feels like backing off, being agreeable. And if you're waiting on someone for something, don't let it show how much you're holding yourself back, or don't let it show how much it's bothering you. It's funny, I said, I feel like maybe you're waiting for someone to sign something. And here, look at, he's literally holding like a quill to sign something. It could be work. Be work, because there's some sort of commitment you've made in work. This is like putting on a happy smile. It's the last thing you want to do. Eight of Pentacles, the Fool, Temperance, and the Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. The Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Wow, this is really like guarding and protecting yourself. Holy. The Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Strength card and the Page of Swords. Watch and wait. Like, watch. Be very, everything I've already said, very vigilant. What is going on? But I also feel like if this is not like a scenario playing out around you with someone or a group, I don't know, maybe you're just going into a cycle here where you may be walking down some new avenues in life. And the best thing that you can do is be hyper vigilant about your energy and who you are, right? All right, that's the other way that I kind of see this. But there's something unusual here with this Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. It kind of making me feel like there could be some sort of influence from someone from your past that makes you feel like you don't know what to do. Like it could make you feel like you thought you knew where you're going and what you're doing, and then something gets introduced here. Like this combination, the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, is incredibly protective. This is not sharing. You ain't sharing with nobody, Gemini. You don't share with nobody. I don't know. Don't share shit with anybody. If people are confused about, maybe that's even the best thing. That is like the best thing for you right now. You just let people sleep on things going on around you too. You just watch and wait. Watch and wait. The Strength card and the Page of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune was the only one on the bottom. Interesting. Okay, yeah, you're in a cycle right now, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune is a change in circumstances that is outside of our control. I know some people get like, oh, I don't want to get a reading like this. I don't want to hear anything negative. La, 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 la. I honestly feel like these are the best fucking readings that you can get. Because if this is giving you some kind of a heads up, let's say you're going to go on some sort of you're going to go check out a new mall or something, or you're going to go walk in a new park. I'm going to go do that next week. I just staked out this place. I'm going to go and check it out. And unbeknownst to you, the planets have just aligned up that you're going to go on this little adventure at a time when there's a bunch of fucking assholes, a bunch of narcissistic assholes that are going to be there too. Manipulative, or maybe there's just one, right? And like, this is just giving you a heads up to, you can avoid greater shit in your life if you're just like, just be like really cool about stuff. This isn't, like the energy of you gotta watch your back, who's coming after you. This is just be like cautious, contained. Don't jump into anything new here either, right? Like with this energy. Because we're not in control of everything going on in our lives. Like, we are governed by the cosmos. It's never all one or all the other, right? Like, we have freedom of choice, but we're also exercising that within kind of a greater master plan that we've all also agreed to and we're part of. So there's something, there is even something that is it something from, like, why is this past coming up? Because it's something from the past here with the Six of Cups. I need clarifiers. The Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. What's going on here with that? Justice. The King of Swords. Well, maybe there's something legal. Maybe there is something that needs to be signed here. And you need to just like, pull up your pantyhose and relax, man. Your lederhosens, whatever it is you got. It's like, you got to wait on the truth with Temperance and the Ace of Swords too. This is like waiting on the truth, being patient for the truth. Has somebody lied about you? Has somebody tried to discredit your good name? I don't know. Because to me, the way the sword is going through this crow, this is showing me like, I don't know. Sometimes the crows in this deck, right? Like, look at all, these are all like fighting. They're all fighting. Is this somebody like trying to, drag your name through the mud? There's a little bit too of the energy here, it's not necessarily the final outcome or what needs to happen, but to some degree it's present with this, that if somebody is trying to discredit you or drag your name through the mud, this is like, it's almost as if you show your strength of character and who you truly are by not responding, by not being triggered, by, that's really obvious in this reading. It's like y'all pulled out a real strong reading here. The Eight of Pentacles and the Fool. The Devil. Oh boy. Well, you're really good at getting yourself into pickles. So that's why maybe you get in this point. You're really good at getting yourself into a pickle. You've mastered the devil. A new beginning. Maybe you've worked for the devil. Maybe you've worked for, I don't know. Maybe you met someone at work that scares you. What is this bee with the Hierophant? The Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. What is this? Well, this is almost like something that you actually, at some point in your life, you planned for. You wished for it, you got it, and in the minute you got it, it turned into that conflict that you needed to heal from. Okay. What is this truth that you're waiting on? The Hermit. What's that? The Hermit. I may be dealing with a Virgo? I don't know. The Eight of Wands and the Six of Cups. If you've been keeping to yourself, you should keep doing that. I could say, if you've been keeping to yourself, you should keep doing that. Is there someone from your past that's trying to, I don't know, connect with you? The Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. This is honestly like, yeah, go through the gate, close the gate, lock it up. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. You should not be approaching things with your heart space right now. You should be, honestly, what the hell? Are you all like secret agents, you know, with this reading? Because you should really be discerning with that Queen of Swords. Like, she's got her heart energy behind her. Don't lead with your heart in something here. Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody in the Four of Pentacles. What the hell? The Strength card and the Page of Swords. The Magician. Okay, wow, that's interesting. Magic. The 3D is not, how do I say this? The 3D for you in some element of your life is not, I don't want to say it's not in your favor. The biggest favor that is working for you right now is kind of like magic and energy. So maybe that's also part of this reading in terms of being really vigilant in terms of like protecting that. Your energy. The past, why did the past have the Five of Wands? The Fool, the Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Well, this is like, that's not hive energy. That's not the bee. Because this is wanting to go and do something on your own in your own way. The Spider with the Eight of Cups. Well, yeah, but then you're, oh boy, yeah, you've woven yourself. The Ten of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you find yourself in a no-win situation. That's clear. Okay, so the Gate and the Six of Swords. I want to say, too, if there's something that you have really worked hard to exit out of in your life, don't be bringing that element back into your life anytime soon. The Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. There, that's the gate with the Six of Swords. So, wow, that even looks like, I don't know, like the hive would be the Ten of Pentacles, right? Where all the bees go, where everybody goes for like nutrients, protection, shelter. And then the Six of Pentacles is where it's all kind of divvied up equally. Oh, they get that, you get that. Getting out of that. Yeah. I don't know what this is exactly, but I'll tell you, it is, the message is something here that you committed yourself to in the past. When you committed yourself to this in the past, you lost yourself. Because then there's this drive, this desire, this need to reclaim oneself. But, oh, well, that's a conflict. You can't do that. But it looks like you might have managed to do it. Don't be tying yourself up again into something. That's clear. The other thing here is too, I want to say, like, was this something legal in the past? It could have been like a work contract. It could have been a marriage. It could have been a lease. It could have been, you know, like anything. So many things. If it's a contract and you signed it, then like, bleh, there you are. So don't get into anything that requires your legal commitment at this time. Don't be entering into anything that requires your legal commitment at this time. I don't know why. The only thing I could come up with is that, well, because it's not the right time astrologically. And I think it's funny because people will come to readings like this and then they'll criticize that. And I'm like, well, why do you... It's like going to church and like standing up over and over again while the minister is like doing their sermon or saying something and like disputing it. Like, nobody fucking cares. Why would you do that in a church? Why would you do that in a tarot? I don't know. But anyways, so because there's something energetically, planetarily, I don't know. Just don't get yourself tied into what you've already spent a lot of time getting tied out of. And don't be signing any legal contracts right now. And I know people laugh, but if you look throughout history, there have been so many world leaders and kings and queens that have all quietly and secretively utilized the assistance and the help of astrologers and tarot and psychic people. So you get one of those now, bitches. Get one of those now. The Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. Yeah, this is not a good time for whatever reason. You know, it's not. It's a cat. So I'm going to go do the extended. I keep forgetting to mention this. Well, it's only been 2 so far, Aries and Taurus. But so with the extended, I'm going to see, this is interesting. What will the blessing or blessings be through this new big thing or next big thing? And what will the challenges be? Okay, so that part I've been sharing, but then I forget to share. I'm going to also go into my Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle book and pull you out a Sacred Geometry card that will be helpful for you as you move forward. So that's what I have for you, Gem. All right, so these are the most important types of readings. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.